Good morning, everyone. It's Yolanda again. So I'm here with a quick video on me attempting to make a cover for my brother's Scan and Cut. It's the one machine, well, not just the one machine, but the electronic die cutting machines that I don't have a cover for yet. So I was looking on YouTube and I found Jess Crafts, and she has a free pattern. I downloaded it, printed it, but then when I went to start cutting it out, I realized that the sides of my machine, because I have the SDX 125, it's not the same as that shape. It's more of a rounded semi-rectangle. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not going to work. So I did what I saw another YouTuber do, and I just turned my machine on its side and I traced it. And I did leave, I didn't use, get the pencil and go into the corners at an angle. I kept it upright and went around it so it would give it the seam allowance, if that makes sense. And then I've had this fabric forever. I'm not kidding, at least 20 years. I got it at Joann's when I used to work there, and it's quilted, double-sided, so it's really pretty. Look at pretty roses on one side and then the denim on the other. So I think I'm going to do the rose part for the side and then the denim for the center, and embroider something on it that might look nice. So we'll see. I might not, but yeah, I'm gonna use this up. I think I have enough to maybe make a new cover for my Cricut, because I did cover my Cricut Maker and covered it with the pattern that comes free with the Cricut Design Space, I believe, but I didn't add the pockets or anything, or I didn't do it lined. I just did a basic cover. So maybe I'll go ahead and do, if I have enough, I'll do one, like a new one for that one. So stay tuned. I'll come right back and show you how it works out. Oh, just real quick, what I did after tracing the sides, well, the one side, and then I'll just mirror it when I cut it, is I then measured from the bottom to the back and the width, obviously, but then I said, okay, I'll just cut one big piece and then attach it. This pattern had you cutting two rectangles that then I believe you sew on to the sides and stuff, but I was like, well, I have enough to just go front to back and then attach the sides. So we'll give it a try and see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, so here's the final result. I love it. It came out great. I did learn a couple things after I stitched everything together, which I will share with you right now, but it's a great fit. With the exception of me making the center panel probably about a 1/2 inch too long. That's it, because I'm just gonna I'm gonna trim this down and then I'm gonna serge all the way around. But I'm gonna show you what I would do differently, and had I done that, this would have met up with this and I would be fine. So let me get the original pattern that I started with from jesscrafts.com. I will link her video down below, so in case you have one of the older Scan and Cut models, you can go to her website. I mean, watch her tutorial, go to her website and get this free pattern. But it wasn't going to fit mine. So then I took the tip from another YouTube video that I watched where the lady just flipped her machine. So you can see it's a big difference. The lady just took her machine and flipped it on its side and traced the edge, the side. And in hindsight, I would have just gone on this curved edge. I just would have gone straight across and then down and, drew the line so that it met, because, and I wasn't thinking, I'm not a pattern drafter. So by cutting that curve, I made it a little harder to get in here if I'm going to serge around it, and then these didn't meet. You know what I mean? So if had I gone straight across, look, it would have been right at that end of this fabric. It would have still been a little bit too long, but I could have just serged off the excess. So hindsight is 20/20. The other thing I would have done is if I would have done that, made it straight across, I would have put bias binding on it first before I attached it to the main body piece. I could have done bias binding on both sides, front and back, you know, the two ends, and then front and back. I could have done my bias binding, and then when I attached the side, that would have been caught up in the seam, and then I could have just trimmed off the excess if I wanted to use bias binding. But hindsight, like I said. So, but I'm happy with it. I'm totally happy with it. I love the way it came out. Fits perfectly. For my first one, yeah, it fits great. I was going to possibly embroider here. I thought, oh, I'll put like a cute craft related, like sarcastic, witty saying, but maybe I didn't look hard enough, but on the embroidery sites that I like to frequent, I didn't find anything that caught my fancy. Then I thought about putting my name, and I'm like, okay, I don't need my name on it because I know it's mine. And if I were to ever sell this machine, I would include the cover, and no one's going to want my name on it. I thought about my initial, but again, who's going to want my initials on it? And then, yeah, I didn't find really anything else that got my attention. So in the future, if I do see something cute, I might go ahead, or maybe just like embroider cute little flowers all over. I don't know. But anyhow, I think it came out great. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what I'm going to do when I'm done with this video is I'm just going to trim off that excess and then just break out the serger and just go all the way around, and Bob's your uncle. It'll be done. And then I can put it on my shelf. And I do have plenty of fabric left to make another cover for my maker so that these will match. And yeah, look at my puppy dog. He's asleep. I think he has an upset tummy because I took him for a car. Well, I didn't take him for a car ride. I took my son to work, and he took him with, and he threw up a little bit in the back seat. So could have just been the ride itself, but anyhow. And we had plumbers here today, so his nap was totally wonky. He usually takes a really good, like 2, almost 3-hour nap, and he didn't. So I think he's just a little off today. We went to get him out of the house because I'm in California, so I don't know if you've heard about the rains. I know we need them. Thank God we need them. But I don't have grass in the backyard, so my backyard is a muddy mess. And he's been kind of cooped up. Like the second it stops raining, I've been taking him for like even a 15-20 minute walk. I've been playing with him the most I can to keep him, active, because they get cabin fever too. But this morning we went on a good walk. We did training. We went to the park. I threw the ball. I mean, he got really tired out, and then we came home, and that's when his nap time would be. And then I had to move his crate to another room because the plumber was working in the room where he sleeps, and they were working in that room, and then the bathroom upstairs, which is right above where he was sleeping. So it was just a lot of noise. So I just think he's a little tuckered out. So he's been in here with me all day besides those outings, and I have my little heater on. So anyhow, that's probably more than you wanted to know, but yay me, I accomplished something today. I'm so happy. So thanks for watching. I will link the Jess Crafts video down below. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help, because if I can do this, you can do it. So you have a good one. Bye.